Fall is here, hear the yell, back to school, ring the bell, brand new shoes, walking blues, climb the fence, books and pens. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Yes, I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Walk with me, Susie Lee, through the park and by the tree. We can rest upon the ground and look at all the bugs we found. Safely walk to school without a sound. We safely walk to school without a sound. Well, here we are, no one else. We walk to school all by ourselves. There's dirt on our uniforms from chasing all the ants and worms. We clean up and now it's time to learn. We clean up and now it's time to learn. Numbers, letters, learn to spell, nouns and books and show and tell. Playtime we will throw the ball, then back to class, through the hall. Teacher marks our height against the wall. The teacher marks our height against the wall. We don't notice any time pass, 'cause we don't notice anything. We sit side by side in every class. The teacher thinks that I sound funny, but she likes it when you sing. Tonight I'll dream in my bed while silly thoughts run through my head of the bugs in alphabet. And when I wake tomorrow I'll bet you and I will walk together again. 'Cause I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Yes, I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old past said. Boy, you got a friend in me. Yeah, you've got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got trouble, and I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. If we stick together, see it through, 'cause you've got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Now some other folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, big and stronger too, maybe, but none of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you, boy, and as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
You who are on the road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well, their father's hell did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams the
one they picked, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love you.
And you of tender years can't know the fears that your elders grew by, and so please help them with your youth. They see the truth before they can die.
Teach your parents well, their children's hell will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they picked, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love you.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space with the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that.
Written in these walls are the stories that I can't explain. I leave my heart open, but it stays right here empty for days. She told me in the morning she don't feel the same about us in her bones. Seems to me that when I die, these words will be written on my stone. And I'll be gone, gone tonight. The ground beneath my feet is open wide. The way that I've been holding on too tight, with nothing in between. The story of my life, I take her home. I drive all night to keep her warm in time. It's frozen. The story of my life, I give her hope. I spend her love until she's broke inside. The story of my life. Written on these walls are the colors that I can't change. Leave my heart open, but it stays right here in its cage. I know that in the morning now, see us in the light upon the hill. Although I am broken, my heart is unchained still. And I'll be gone, gone tonight. The fire beneath my feet is burning bright. The way that I've been holding on so tight, with nothing in between. The story of my life, I'll take her home. I drive all night to keep her warm in time. It's frozen. The story of my life, I give her hope. I spend her love until she's broke.
First off, I would like to thank my mom for being such a hardworking person and sending me to a great school with great people. I would also like to thank the rest of my family, and especially my sister, for motivating me all 9 years at this school. I'd like to thank all my teachers for helping me out and taking our class on amazing field trips. Last, I would like to thank all my classmates for making my time at St. Mary's great. The story of my life,
I would like to thank my wonderful parents for being there for me throughout these years. I want to thank my amazing sister Gianna for being my all-time role model. I also want to thank my favorite twin Joey for helping me pass Algebra 1 and for being my partner in crime. Thank you to the class of 2017 for being a great family.
The story of my life. The story of my life.
I want to thank Senor Kircher for helping me get through Spanish and Mr. Caruso for helping me finish Proteus. I also want to thank my sister for giving me someone to look up to and my parents for helping me with my math homework. Well, at least up until Algebra 1. But really, thanks Mom and Dad for everything you've given me.
In your bed I felt it. I tried to beat you, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the crack.
I would like to thank my parents for everything they have done for me in the past years. Now only have I realized that everything you've done for me is for the best. I'd like to thank my friends for always being there for me. Our class has formed an everlasting friendship that no one can break. I'd like to thank my teachers for making the past 9 years of my life something I'll never forget. I'd like to thank Mr. Velati especially. Even though he expects a lot from you, it's because he sees the potential in you. I'd also like to thank Sierra Kircher for being the best music teacher the school and I could ask for. As they say in Canada, peace out.
I would like to thank my wonderful parents for everything they have done for me. I would also like to thank all my grandparents. I would like to thank Mr. Velati for everything he has done for me. Also, I would really like to thank all my friends for being there for me since day one.
We're just one big family, and it's our God-forsaken right to be loved.
I would like to thank my parents for sending me to St. Mary's, and my friends for always being there for me. I would like to thank Mr. Vellotti, Mr. Cleland, Mr. Caruso, Mr. Marshall, Senior Kircher, and all the staff for always helping me during my years at St. Mary's. I would especially like to thank Mrs. Thomas for being an amazing principal and for helping me become who I am.
Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours.
I would like to thank my parents for being there for me throughout my years here at St. Mary's. I would also like to thank my sisters, Angela for telling me what the homework was every day, and Gianna for watching political documentaries with me, and for being the bravest person I know. I would especially like to thank my teachers for making sure I always did my homework. Lastly, I would like to thank my friends for always making me laugh.
I've been spending way too long checking my tongue in the mirror and bending over backwards just to try to see it clearer. But my brain...
I would like to thank my friends, family, and teachers, especially Mr. Vellotti, who guided me through junior high to high school, Mr. Cleland for preparing me for the high school workload, Mr. Caruso for preparing me mentally for high school, and finally, Mr. Marshall and Senior Kircher for being my rays of happiness in this cloudy sea of work.
Hesitate no more, no more.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for always encouraging me to do my best, for waking me up every morning to go on another day. I'd like to thank all the teachers that have helped me grow throughout all of the years. A special thanks to Mrs. Keffler, Senora Lopez, Miss Fresnella, Mrs. Thorpe, Mr. Vellotti, Senior Kircher, and Mr. Marshall. Thank you, Grammy and Papa, for all the rides. Thank you to all of the friends that I have made over the years. You have all made these 9 years something I will never forget.
I would like to thank my parents for always supporting me and for sending me to St. Mary's. I would also like to thank all of my teachers that I've had over these past 9 years. I wouldn't be where I am today without all of you. I would especially like to thank Mr. Vellotti, Mrs. Keffler, and Mr. Caruso. Thank you to all of my friends that I've made throughout my 9 years at St. Mary's. My years at St. Mary's are something I will never forget.
I had a dream so big and loud.
I would like to thank my parents for everything they've done and will do for me. I would also like to thank my little sister Erin for making sure we never got to school before 8:14. Thank you also to all of the teachers who have helped me these past 9 years at St. Mary's. I really appreciate everything you all have done for me.
Oh, please don't wake me now.
2, 3, 4. I would like to thank my amazing parents for leading me in the right direction. My brother Dylan for always being my fiercest competitor and best friend. My wonderful great-grandparents, grandparents, uncles, nieces, cousins, and friends that were like family to me. I would also like to thank Mrs. Susie, Mrs. Fresnello, Mrs. Bogner, Mrs. Coots, Mrs. Kersey, Mrs. Keffler, Mrs. Lopez, Mrs. Van Pelt, Mrs. Thorpe, Mr. Caruso, Mr. Cleland, Mr. Vellotti, Mr. Kircher, Mrs. Tucker, Mr. Marshall, and my classmates for helping me through these past 9 years. Thank you all so very much.
I would like to thank all my teachers for giving me a good education and helping me with my studies. I would also like to thank my parents for helping me with challenging steps in life and enrolling me in this school. I also want to say thank you to my friends for giving me a good and fun 2016 through 2017 school year. I especially want to thank my little sister Alex for always being there for me and never giving up on me.
I'd like to thank my wonderful class for making the year such a fantastic year, and especially thank the parents who have supported us, not just this year, but throughout the many years and the many sacrifices you've made for your children and for us here at St. Mary's. And I would like to thank my fellow teachers, the administration, the diocese, Father Oscar and Father Andrew for the wonderful support that they've all given us, and we look forward to seeing all of the wonderful successes in our 8th graders' future.